Good morning, my dear students. Welcome for the online class of 10th standard. So today we are going to discuss about the first lesson in the part of sociology. The name of the lesson is social stratification. So my dear students, in this lesson we are going to discuss about social inequality, how it is going to uh, present in the society, and what is social stratification. So untouchability is one of the social problem, and how it existed, and to eradicate the untouchability, what are the provisions were prepared in the Indian constitution. So that we are going to discuss today very detailed. So students, what is social inequality? That already you know, because day to day in our life we are going to see most of the discrimination, inequality in the society, either may in the education system, or maybe in the gender, or maybe in a professions, in a income and opportunities, else others. So why do these kind of an inequality is present in the society till today? Because the mentality and the ancestor system through what the society is going to follow, that kind of an system when we are going to carry it continue, so it leads to the social inequality. For example, in our society, the caste system is not presently created, it was created in the past days. So where the untouchable peoples are neglected and not given any kind of so the service from the society, either may it is in a material, or maybe in a resource, or maybe in a income, or maybe opportunity. These are all kind of negligency we have made among the another group of people in a society. This leads to the social inequality. And when the education is not going to be given for all the people in equal manner, this also leads to the discrimination or social inequality. For example, so most of the rich people students are going to rich people children are going to study in a English medium, or may they are going to study in a well faculty and well so the developed schools. So these children are going to secure very fast the higher professions, and they are going to lead a happy life, where the government provides the education in that kind of a schools. Only a finger count students are going to achieve, but most of the peoples are not going to get the good education or maybe a facilities. Due to these all reasons, automatically what happens? Social inequality is going to cause. One, it is by the system of a government, either may it is a negligency of parents, or maybe the system of ancient rules and regulation on the society. This all leads to the social inequality. So where the inequality is going to be present, so there the GDP or maybe a growth of that country, economical condition also become a lack or poor. So due to that, so to eradicating the social inequality, we can achieve a tremendous progress in all the field of a society. So how education to making a very powerful boon for the development of an society, or to removal of inequality, so that we are going to study now detail. So education is very important. So the right of every human being who born on the earth. If we provide a good education for every children, then the child, when it is going to grown up, that will implement the knowledge in his lifestyle. So due to that, so the government have made so the education some of the provisions or rules and regulation to provide equal opportunity among the people of the society. So according to the directive principles of a state policy in our constitution under article 39, we have provided social justice and people welfare is the duty of a state government. Not only that, some other kind of provisions are also made so for the development of education. 86th amendment of the constitution and article 21A says that free and compulsory education to a children so born between lived between age 6 to 14 years. It is a fundamental right of a children. ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಹಕ್ಕು ಯಾವುದು? ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ. Article 45 says all children under the 14 so should be provided free and compulsory education. ಉಚಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಕಡ್ಡಾಯ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. The article 19 says that right to speak and right to express own opinion is the fundamental right. ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡುವ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ, ಅವನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಸುವಂಥ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 19 ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. It is the duty of a constitution to protect the welfare of the opportunity less minority children. Here minority means what? The people who belong to a different religion. For example, Islam, either may Christian or Zoroastrian. Except the Hindu, other all religion who have settled down in India, they are all called as a minority. Where in Kannada it is called Alpasankhyaataru. Article 29 provides for them so the cultural rights, and the Article 30 provides them to establish their own educational institution. Article 46 expresses that it is a duty of the government to support the education interest even for to the SC and ST. The Supreme Court also understood and right to live of Article 21 from education perspective is an important one. And I told you already 21A, so the Unni Krishnan and Andhra Pradesh clearly said getting free and compulsory education is a right of every child between age 6 to 14 years. In this decision, the court has said the entire education structure from beginning from Anganwadi education to higher education should be from holistic. Holistic andreno sarvangina pragati. As per the decision, all the citizens of the country have the basic right for education. It is a part of right to live. But opportunities for unequal opportunities in education are not the rise due to a various legal issues. There is also rise in inequality due to a differential economic standard in the access to education. Still, the efforts to eradicate unequal opportunities in the field of education are on with the help of the constitution provision is in the progress. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಿರೋ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಾದಂಥ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾವಂತ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮಂದಗಾಮಿ ಕಲಿಕಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಪಠ್ಯಕ್ರಮ, ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟು ದ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಜೆಂಡರ್ inequality. So gender inequality, in gender means what here? Male and female. Usually when we come to know, socially when we think, and in day-to-day life when we are going to observe, we come to know the gender inequality is very high in India, because so the girls are not going to be supported by the family members to complete their higher education. They will send their girl or a girl child only education providing basic, but when she crosses the SSLC or a PUC, higher education will be neglected for to the women. This also leads in the future the women will not get any kind of protection or cannot fight for the equality among with the men. but present a new generation and the new development in a society is going to give freedom for to the girls to get higher education. But according to the National Family Health Survey for 2015 and 16 says that rural women have a body mass index 24.3 where the urban women 16.2. This means the women have lesser BMI. BMI means what? Body mass index. It depends upon the good health. So ಯಾವ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗಳ ದೈಹಿಕ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಂತಹ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗು ಮುಂದೆ she cannot give the birth for healthy children. Either may she suffer from in the time of pregnancy the major diseases like anemia. So this is the one of the highest problem in India. So the women are going to face, so either it is a food and a nutrition insecurity, and the children are also suffering due to a mother unhealth. So maybe a children are also going to born abnormal. This is also one of the major problem for gender discrimination or gender inequality in India. And now we come to know the clearly how there is an inequality in every stage of an human life in our society. So what is social stratification? When we come to know the statement of social stratification, it is nothing but classifying the people into a superior or inferior or upper class or a lower class, rich or a poor. So either may high caste or a low caste. So these kind of a differentiation method dividing the people is called as a social stratification. So my dear students, so what are the features of social stratification? Now we are going to discuss. The first one in a social stratification is social in nature, because the social stratification is not created at present. I told you it is came by the birth of the society. When the man started to live in a civilization, or maybe after the civilization, when you are going to study the history, you can see lot of social stratification in the lifestyle of a human life. So either may physically the peoples are exploited, or maybe mentally they are exploited. Either by the beauty they are exploited, either by the ugliness they are exploited. These are all kind of an differentiation came from the nature itself. So social stratification is in social in nature. ಅಂದರೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾನವರು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡುವ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಾಗಿಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಚಾರ ನಡವಳಿಕೆಗಳು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಿಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ, ಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಐದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ಆರ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಹೈಟ್, ಐದರ್ ಮೇ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್, ಐದರ್ ಮೇ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿನೆಸ್, either may it is in the skill, either may it is in the education, either may it is in the income. So we are all not equal by birth. So this is known as social stratification is a social nature. And next one is social stratification is universal. ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಬರೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್, ಪ್ರಪಂಚಾದ್ಯಂತ ವಿಶ್ವಾದ್ಯಂತ ಏನಿದೆ ಈ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಐದರ್ ಮೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲೇಬರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೇಬರ್ಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಸಂಬಳ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೇರಿಕಾ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಚ್, ಐದರ್ ಮೇ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ less. So like this, so the social stratification is not only in one part of the world, it is entirely spread. Next, the third point is the social stratification is ancient. Ancient ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಪುರಾತನ. ಈಗಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬಹುಕಾಲದಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಜನಾಂಗದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜನಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ, one generation to another generation it was came, but it was being modified from one generation to another generation. ಯಥಾಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Then the fourth point is social stratification exists in different ways. ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದೇನಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ one country to another country, one state to another state. So one group to another group of people, the social stratification is different. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಲಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯಾ ದೇಶಗಳ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. For example, if you go for Africa, there you can see social stratification on the base of skin color. Some are white and some are black. So there is a discrimination on the base of color by the people. But in India, the system of social stratification is ancient, but it is totally different. So how the social stratification came into existence? There are different kind of so the sources are there to explain it. Either they are divided among the Varna system, or maybe it is also called as karma theory. ಅಂದರೆ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ವೇದಗಳ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ವರ್ಣಾಶ್ರಮ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ 4 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಣಾಸ್? ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ, ವೈಶ್ಯ, ಶೂದ್ರ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಣಾಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕರ್ಮ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಆಯಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳ ಗುಂಪು ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮತ್ತು ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಗುಂಪುಗಳನ್ನು ವಿಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಮೇಜರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್, ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಹೌ ಇನ್ ದ ಏನ್ಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ the social stratification came? One, it is in the primitive society, slavery, estate system, varna system, caste system. ಮೊದಲು ಏನಿತ್ತು? ಸೊ ಪ್ರಿಮೇಟಿವ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಪ್ರಿಮೇಟಿವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್. ಅವರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಿತ್ತು? ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಲೇವರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ the Britishers made the Indians as slaves, means we do not have right to oppose the people who are ruling us. That kind of system was there. And estate system, the people who are rich, those who are landlords, they are going to be taking work or giving harassment on the non-land laborers or landless laborers. And Varna system, it is another one on the base of karma theory I told you. And caste system, in India there are many castes, so this is also one of the ancient, the discrimination or social differentiation we are going to see. Among the very worst evil practice which was practiced in India, that is called as untouchability. In Kannada it is going to call as a ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯತೆ. ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಯಿತು? ದ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಣ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ವೆನ್ ದ ಕರ್ಮ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಆನ್ ಎಂಡ್. ಸೊ at that situation, one more, the Varna system came into a power, so that is called as untouchables. So these untouchables are being considered as inhuman beings. They are considered as a 5th group. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತು? 4 ಕರ್ಮ ಥಿಯರಿಯಿಂದ ವಿಭಜನೆಯಾದಂತಹ 4 ವರ್ಣಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವರ್ಣ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಅನ್ಟಚೇಬಲ್ಸ್, ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯತೆ. So these started to become due to the decline of the ವೇದಿಕ್ ಸಿವಿಲೈಜೇಷನ್, ವೇದ ಸಿವಿಲೈಜೇಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅನಿಷ್ಟ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸ್ to use the advantages supporting for to the fifth group of peoples and providing education, making them somewhat educated to fight against with the other four system of a varnas. These kind of a development so made during the time of a British government. But when the British government entirely took India under their control and they started to administrate in the Act of 1939, they started to prepare the power for to the untouchables and tribal peoples, providing opportunity in the constitution equal for to the other classes of a society. On analysis of which group of people stayed outside. ಯಾರು ಅನ್ಟಚಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. Ambedkar, an analysis of which group of people stayed outside the village, whether they came from outside or were pushed outside, provides an answer to the birth and practice of untouchability ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. Ambedkar. ಸಮಾಜದಿಂದ ತಳ್ಳಲ್ಪಟ್ಟವರು ಅಥವಾ ಸಮಾಜದಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಇಟ್ಟವರನ್ನು ಅಂಥವರನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯರು. ದೇ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ right to participate in any social activities in a village or in a society. That kind of a group of people who kept outside by birth to practicing in by birth of practice, it is called untouchability. This statement was given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. According to the Gandhiji ಅವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ untouchability means what? Untouchability is a heinous expression of caste system. This is leprosy attached to the Hindu skin. Leprosy ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? So it is like the very worst disease which we are going to be following. So it is attached for to the Hindu skin. Ambedkar, who fought against with the untouchability, he was a very notable person. And my dear students, so you come to know some important information about the untouchability up to present. Tomorrow or maybe in the next class, I am going to discuss about the problems of untouchability and what are the provisions were made for the removal of untouchability in the Indian Constitution and who were the peoples fought against for removal of this evil practice of untouchability. Some details we are going to study in the next video class. So keep watching and read the lesson properly by downloading the textbook from your group and prepare the notes for the exercise questions